to get on this live stream. Not sure what happened. I sincerely apologize. Again, new program, a little glitchy. We're gonna figure these glitches out. Bear with me while I get rid of this video game that it's saying I'm supposedly playing, which we're not. And we'll save it. All right. So that was a mess and a half. So give us a few moments while we set up. I do appreciate everybody bearing with the glitches. So they had low internet, but I actually purchased really good internet, so there's no reason why this should have happened. So go ahead and share this one. Not the last one. We'll just go ahead and delete that one. It was 11 minutes ago. I'll let everybody know that we are live on a new stream. But welcome. It's definitely been a horrible day since I woke up this morning. I already knew it was going to be a horrible day when I dropped my keys 4 times before I actually picked it up. I told myself this is going to be a horrible day. Nothing is going to go right. So I think I probably should have shut this off and go to bed. But we do have quite a few things that I do want to discuss. Something that actually hits home to me and something that is really, really knowledgeable for everybody else. So bear with me while I live stream, new stream. Apologize on the technical issue. Bam. So that's done. We'll just get rid of that one. But welcome everybody. I mean, it is Friday. It was actually a great day. The rain held out for quite a while. It did not rain all day like I said it was supposed to. Unfortunately, I did not ride my bike. I wish I did. I'm just going to remove this so people don't get confused. Delete from page was live, so make sure I'm deleting the right one. But yeah, thank you. Sorry, bear with it. Not too sure what happened. It said I lost connection, but I'm a gamer, as everyone knows, if they haven't heard me before. So I have the high quality internet to make sure this doesn't happen. So thank you for bearing with me. It is Friday. It is the 15th, and we have a beautiful weekend ahead. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in it since we are 15 minutes behind schedule. So we'll go with the quote of the week and this day in history. The quote of the week, obviously I miniaturized myself. When the people find that they can vote themselves money, that will herald the end of the republic. And honestly, I think that was a good quote that I chose to begin the week, as of we all seen what the Democrats was trying to do with their new Heroes bill. We'll discuss that a little bit, but one of the biggest things that is pretty much common sense is, okay, let's give them a benefit of doubt on this. They want to help out the people with more money. Okay, I'll give them the benefit of doubt. Go on. We still got one stim bill already that's actually passed, and not all the money has been allocated to where it needs to go. Why not see what this one does first before you start handing out more money and then completely kill the American dollar? It is wrong in so many ways, and we know it. But before we get into more details on that, hi Angel, hey Trudy. Sorry about the mix-up. I'm not too sure what happened, so I lost internet connection. I'm thinking it's probably because I had the live stream up on the same computer, and I heard from time to time that actually could happen. So I'll go ahead and just pull it up on my phone too, so that way I don't miss welcoming anybody else. But as for this day in history, being a veteran, this is actually perfect. Oh, let me minimize this. There we go. If you guys did not know, on this day in 1944, or 1942, excuse me, a bill establishing a women's corps in the United States Army. Yeah, I'm a Marine, but we'll give them that. A U.S. Army became law, creating the Women's Auxiliary Army Corps and granting women official military status. Now, they've always helped us out. The women has always helped, and I've served with tremendous, outstanding Marines, Army soldiers, Navy, Air Force, female, male. They're outstanding. But right now, this is mostly about the females. It is outstanding. This is one step in history that worked out really well. They actually got their official status in the military, and that's great. And to this day, they're blowing some of our numbers out of the water. And I'm actually really proud of everyone I've ever worked with, most especially females. One in particular, she might jump on here, but Tomovic, Angel Tomovic. She was one of the first ones I met when I was actually reported into my first duty station. Those of you who don't know my backstory is, bear with me while I look down and set this up, is obviously for the Marine Corps, it's split. You got East Coast, West Coast. Either some get trained in San Diego, California, which is Hollywood Marines, and then you got the real Marines that get trained over in Parris Island, South Carolina, where this guy got trained. So after I'm done with Parris Island, South Carolina, it goes to some other training, and they give you your official duty station, your first one. My first one happened to be Parris Island, South Carolina. Scared the bejesus out of me. But when I got there, I was introduced to Angel Tomovic, and she was skinny, wasn't, not going to say big, but like bulky, you know, but she knew her stuff. She was knowledgeable. She had the fortitude. She had the determination. She was one of the best Marines I ever had to work under. And I'm proud to have served under her because I learned a lot from her, and I would not have been the Marine I was if it was not for her. So I'm really proud of everything that she actually ever taught me. So Angel Tomovic, if you're watching, thank you for everything that you've done. So that's this day in this history. So we'll go back to the quarter week and we'll talk about a few things. And bear with me, we had a little mix up in the morning, but once I get everything open up again, we'll get right into the nits and gritties of it. I'm sure all of y'all watched DeWine yesterday about him constantly talking more about, you know, opening up Ohio, not opening up this and doing this, but saying he's going to do this and not do that. But I did see where he's going to open up. Finally, daycares on the 31st so far. Hopefully he does, because daycares are a necessity for all of us to go back to work. Luckily, my wife is actually going to school and pursuing her nursing degree. So since her school's canceled, she's able to take on that role and take care of the child while I go to work. It's obviously stressful. It's hard. I know. We all know as parents. So one, we want our child to have more interaction with other kids. So it would be cool to have these things actually lifted so we can see these interactions and he can learn to talk and play with other kids his age. There we go. Trudy, welcome. Donnie, thank you for joining. Sorry if I missed a few welcoming individuals. It was kind of, the sound is funky. How bad is it funky? All right. Yeah, if it sounds weird, I mean, I will make sure if I get a lot of people saying it sounds weird, it could be the nozzle up here. But I definitely would love some feedback so we can work on it. I'm thinking what happened was there is a delay from when I'm talking right now to when you receive it. It's about a 20-30 second delay. Before this feed went live, I decreased it to like a 5-second delay, which now I probably know why there's a 20-second delay. I guess my internet was not fast enough to keep that delay shortened. So I put it back to 20 seconds and it should be fine. It's my accent. Okay. But yeah, some of the things we'll talk about is what Dwayne was talking about, and I'm opening up some things on my phone and my computer. I had to reset my entire computer. One of the things I want to talk about is someone brought up is, why do I feel that I'm suited to run for anything or just to be there to help out people? Right now, I'm not running for anything. I just want to be there to help individuals such as yourself, even those who are running, I'll be more than happy to jump on a campaign that I feel is important, and the individual who will do the most good in the area, I'll be more than happy to help them out. Why? Is because when you join the Marine Corps or any branches, I'm pretty sure they have the similar items that they call it, but we have what's called leadership traits and leadership principles. They are basically the fundamentals of being a United States Marine. Now, yeah, the other branches have it too, but they pretty much, if you follow these guidelines, you are guaranteed to succeed. Um, the leadership traits, they range from having good judgment, justice, decisiveness, integrity, dependability, tact, initiative, enthusiasm, bearing, unselfishness, courage, knowledge, loyalty, and endurance. Now, endurance doesn't necessarily mean run long distances, but the endurance to actually handle a situation and be willing to be stressed out. It could be long hours at work. It could be dealing with a stressful situation that occurs that could be longer than one day, and it could be drawn out to a few weeks, few months. I mean, right now, we all have endurance from dealing with Dwayne's nonsense that's going on. We have enough judgment to know that he does not have judgment. His integrity's lacking. We can't depend on him. His tact is horrible. He has no initiative. He has no bearing. Well, you know what? I'll give him that. He's got bearing because he's monotone when he talks. Yeah, barbershops and beauty salons did open up. So definitely go out there, get your hair cut, lower your ears. Me, I've been shaving my head since day one, so sorry. But my wife definitely could use a nice trip to their salon. She's always saying she wants to. I'm totally go. Have at it. She deserves it more than anything in the world. But going back to the leadership traits and the leadership principles are even more defined. And the things that the Marines have is they teach you to keep your Marines informed. Now, keep in mind, all these can get transferred into the civilian world, whether you're an elected official, from trustee all the way to congressman. These are guidelines that you should follow. Keep your Marines informed. Okay, let's reword that. Keep your district informed. Keep your residents informed. Set the example. You don't need to be a Marine to set the example. Train your Marines as a team. Okay, how can we change that to in office? Train your fellow elected officials to work as a team, regardless what political side you're on. Period. Be technically and tactically proficient. Know yourself and seek self-improvement. That right there to me is my favorite. Know thyself and seek self-improvement. What do we constantly see by all these officials in office from day one? They're perfect. They can never do anything wrong. They know how everything is ran. You saw my debates. Go back and look. I'll even post a few of them. A lot of them will say, I have the right answer. This is this for every single thing. I can solve it. I can solve it is what they're saying. That's ridiculous. You can solve the tax problem. Well, then why do we have the IRS? Taxes is so complex. We need the IRS. Medical is so complex. We need the health department. Well, not Acton, but you guys know what I mean. Everything is so complex. One person cannot possibly have every single thing lodged in their noggin. It's by having a good team work with you. Hence, work as a team. The principles. It actually will work in the civilian world as well. You also have ensure assigned tasks are understood, supervised, and accomplished. And what I take from that is when you submit a piece of legislation, don't just slap it on a desk and then hope someone takes it. You have to follow through. Make sure it's being done appropriately. Make sure that the way you worded it, that they understand what it means. Because everything is always up to interpretation. Make sound and timely decisions. We all know Hillary didn't make a sound and timely decision, with Benghazi, period. Trump, did he make a timely and a sound and timely decision when our embassy was under attack? Instantly, he sent people over to defend it. That was a timely decision, and I'm proud of him to this day. Develop responsibility among subordinates. Now reword that, those under you. which means if you're a congressman or you're a state representative, you know, all the seats below you, because we all work together. Hold them accountable. Employ your unit within its capabilities, which means you don't have a subcommittee on health try to deal with something with veterans, or you don't have the veterans trying to deal with something with homelessness. Utilize your resources appropriately and seek responsibility and be responsible for your actions. This right here should be shoved in every single elected official's face. Seek responsibility and be responsible for your actions, even if it's wrong. Hence, if you voted for a pay raise, let's be responsible for your actions and justify why you did it, or try to justify why you did it, and explain your actions. And if you messed up, say why. Hagen. It's that simple. We'll get rid of this. We'll go back to the motivated screen. I didn't make this. This is on Google. I mean, technically I stole it. I don't know. It was on Google. I liked it. I put it on there. Until I get told to stop, I'm going to keep it up there. Mario, thanks for joining. Eric, I appreciate it. Let people know. Share this on your page. We're getting quite a few likes. Our viewers are growing. We might have about 20. But if you look at, and obviously it's a late night. It is Friday night. It's beautiful outside. People are out doing whatever they do on a Friday night, or whatever they can possibly do on a Friday night. When people see it, let them know. I'll be more than happy to do whatever I can to help anybody out. So we'll jump subjects here. But again, I don't have the image. I'm sorry, we had to restart this live stream. Stream, not scream. If you know anyone that is still scared of going out, they don't want to get sick or whatever, let us know. We still will go shopping for them. They'll give us a grocery list. We'll go out there. We'll buy the food for them, or we'll go pick it up for them. If they're worried, the prescription medication, that will never stop. If you just can't get out of the house, if you know an elderly individual who can't even get out of the house, let us know. We're more than happy to do what we can. You want me to move the mic out of the shot? Is that good enough for you, Mike? All right. Is that better? He's talking about the mic, Michael. The microphone. I had it poking out like this. He wants it not visible, I guess. I'm trying to. I mean, it'll be out. That's as much as you're going to get. So before we go into something, I'm actually going to talk about veterans here in a second. But I want to get into what we're trying to do with our fundraiser to bring exposure. Obviously, bring... What do I want to do to get... Yeah, M-I-C, not M-I-K. Microphone. Yeah, we want to let people know. Obviously, we want to bring, let individuals know how severe PTSD is for veterans. So we're working for a fundraiser to help bring that out so we can help those who are in need. There's a lot of veterans who are suffering from PTSD on a daily basis. If you all don't know, there's over 300,000 homeless veterans out there. There's actually 1.4 million that's actually at risk of being homeless. If you guys did not know that. You have 22 veterans that commit suicide a day. That is wrong. That is ridiculous. And we need to do what we can to help out these veterans, because they gave everything to provide freedoms for us, our kids, our families, our neighbors. The least we can do is be there for them, because they were there for us. And right now, our government, they're lacking that. They're too busy bickering back and forth on who stole whose cupcake with the whole impeachment process that was going on. And then there was the guns that we were trying to take away with Virginia. and trying to get that legislation passed. And now it's the COVID, and now they're talking about the Obama gate. And it's like, when are they going to stop? Period. It's one thing after another. If it's not the impeachment, it's the Russian collusion. If it's not that, it's the COVID. If it's not the COVID, it's the Obama. Stop. We have too much other crap that we need to focus on. We have veterans that are suffering. We got homeless that are suffering. We got small businesses that are being closed who are actually closing for good because of what's going on. We have the Democrats that are trying to push another $3 trillion bill for nothing that's actually really remotely close, or majority is not even close to what is actually considered COVID related. When we haven't even done spending the $2.2 trillion from the first one. There are people who still haven't even gotten their STEM bill or their STEM payment. Why can't we just make it 10? They're too busy trying to work for votes so they can get their hands in the pocket and they can do whatever it is that they want to do because they give two craps about any of us. They don't. And I would love to hear them. I want someone to prove me otherwise. I have not seen one. I've not seen one elected officials actually fight. They're still getting paid. How long did it take? We definitely need to get out there and support local businesses, yes. How long did it take Tim Ryan to start doing videos and get in touch with the people? He was staying safe. You know? They don't care about us. Our forefathers will be rolling around in their graves. We fought. You guys know about Paul Revere? Everyone knows about Paul Revere, right? Please tell me you guys know about Paul Revere. You know the British are coming. You know the Redcoats are coming. Did you guys know there was a female of 16 years old that went faster than him? Went 40 miles at night. So not only did she go and get more militiamen, she went further and faster. Those were American patriots. Not the ones we have now up in office trying to think they are. If they truly were patriots, they would get off their butts and take care of our veterans. They would take care of our homeless. They would get these opioids off the streets. They would care more about the American people than they do other countries. Yes, we want to make sure the world is safe. We want to make sure everyone else is taken care of, but not at the extent of losing ourselves. If I had to choose between feeding someone 3 blocks away or feeding my kid, I'm going to feed my kid. And I hope you all would do the same. Feed your kids, feed your family, and then you'll breach off. Because how can you take care of someone if you can't take care of yourself? It's like being on an airplane. That little speech the stewardess gives you. When that mask drops, you have to put it on you first, then you can put it on someone else. Because if you put it on your 3-year-old kid, can that 3-year-old child take care of you? No. You got to put it on yourself, then you take care of the 3. It's just the same concept. If you're about to pass out, don't help out another country. Help out our current country and then continue on. Right now, our country is in, it's not demolished, it's pretty banged up. All right? It just went 10 rounds with Rocky Balboa. It needs some help. It needs some healing time. We need to recover. We can't just go back into another round of 10 rounds of fights like Apollo Creed wanted to do right at the beginning of number 2 of Rocky. It ain't going to work. I was teaching my kid our history. My son did not know who Paul Revere was. I'm like, do you know who Samuel Adams is? He's like, isn't that the beer you drink? I'm like, well, no. Do you know who Samuel Adams is? Our forefathers. Do you know who Benjamin Franklin is? Do you know who Thomas Edison is? Do you know... We need mom and pop shops. That much we do know. We need to make sure we go there. Steel Grill. Kim, thanks for joining. Michael Frickle is having some issues with his thing. He had to log off. We hear, yeah, I'll talk to anybody. I mean, me and you, we don't agree on a majority of tasks, but like I said, I'll be there for anyone who wants to talk. Um, Period. I mean, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Libertarian. I don't care. You're an American. I will talk. I will hang out. I'll give you advice if you want it. Take it as you will. I have quite a few individuals that, um, as for supporting someone else, no. As for supporting someone else's campaign, though, um, right now I'm looking into other candidates from different races. As I stated from the beginning, I won't say, hey guys, go for John Smith or go for Jane Doe. Um, that's all up to you. I will tell you what I look for. I think you guys know what I look for in a candidate: honesty, integrity, sincere, not off the hit of, hi, I'm Amy Acton, and I just had my hair done at a salon, even though you guys aren't allowed to do it because they were closed before today. It's ridiculous. What am I doing today? I actually worked all day. Keep in mind, I'm sorry if it looks like I'm answering questions. I have YouTube questions and I have Facebook questions, so I'm trying to answer everyone's questions. So I actually have viewers on both sides, and this actually is going on Twitter as well. So I definitely encourage everyone to go share my YouTube page, share my Facebook page with everybody, share my live streams with people. If you know anyone that has questions, let me know. I'd be more than happy to talk about any topic at all. There's a lot of things that were going on. Yeah, Still City Grill. We're actually going to order food there this weekend, so better let them know. It better be good. And I do like burgers, so. So right now we're trying to pull up that stuff that we had on the bills that were being passed. If you guys didn't know, the Pelosi bill finally got a name. Yeah, it's HR 6800. It's called the HEROES Act. I'll pull it up right now. So that's the bill. If you guys don't know, I'll link it here. Copy. Or try to. Paste. That's the link to the bill. Deborah, thanks for joining. That's the bill right there. If you guys want to read it, the text is right there. It's 1,815 pages. We are at like page 600. It is a joke. It is nonsense. I mean, there are some things that I would like to see, like when we talked about before. Thank you, James. Yeah, that's an added feature. If someone likes my stuff, it apparently sometimes shows up on my stream, so that's kind of cool. It used to be a zombie. It took me forever to actually stop it. That was one of the kind of, it starts out that way and you have to change it yourself later. But with this bill, there are some things that I would like to see taken out and made its own bill, because we know this is not going to pass. I mean, I definitely want to help out victims. You have, it's right here. They want to protect people experiencing homelessness. Like I love how they word these things. All right, they word it so that way you don't read the inside. And we all know what happens with these bills. They'll word it or they'll title it. It's the same thing with the media. You'll see a title and you'll be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he did that." And then you read it and it has nothing to do with what the title said. So I prefer to read it. I don't actually go off the titles. I don't listen to Facebook. I hate the media because they're all lying. I trust Fox, but Fox is one of them as well. They all manipulate it to their own agenda on what they want to tell us. So unless we actually go out there and fight against it, we're going to keep getting there. So we need to go and research before we jump to conclusions on anything that's going on. Other programs, they want to give money to illegal immigrants. Immigration matters. Yeah, right there. Immigration matters. Well, one, I'm all for immigration. I want people to come to our country. I mean, we are a melting pot, but they have to come legally the appropriate way. But also, we need to be able to shut down our country in situations like this. Like if we are actually having a viral outbreak, we want to close our borders, no one out, no one in, take care of our family, and then open our house to everybody else. All right, it's not opening up. But Tom, thanks for joining. But that's what we need to do. Read this. Don't get too drawn into their wording of the Heroes Act, because we want to be heroes and give money to everyone. Let's give $3 trillion away when we're not even done giving the $2.2 trillion from the first bill. And at least 97% of this is their entire agenda from before COVID even started to happen. It's just wrong. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Yeah, CNN is mad at Trump because it says new ad was fake news. How about that time they were trying to tell Pence that he was purposely lifting up empty boxes to make it look like he was actually helping when he really wasn't. But in fact, he was, and they said, Mr. Vice President, would you like to pick up one of those empty boxes so we can get a picture of you for exposure? And he's like, no, we're not going to do that. That's not why we're here. It's awesome. I mean, it's definitely good because that shows me that he was there just to help and not to get a photo op like Tim Ryan. And we all know what happens when you get an official that is supposed to be responsible for your particular district, country, county, whatever you want to call it, and only is there for a photo op. We get Jack. Yeah, Ruth, I actually had someone I work with telling me that they got information from the National Enquirer, and I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, why? I can make a meme. I can make anything look good. He gets his information on Facebook, which is why I'm saying we need to be good on everything because I can put a newsroom right behind me. I can get myself right there in the middle and can make it look like it's a newsroom. I mean, I got this green screen. You can kind of see how it's like shading in the black. I mean, you kind of see that green right there, but I'm not professional level live podcaster. I'm just here to talk to you, get to know you, figure out what your views are, see if you guys need any help with anything, talk about what's going on. Let's vent. Let's do what we can to help anybody out. So, landmark restaurant breakfast, that might have to happen. Yeah. Yes. All right. So again, I know we kind of had a late start today. I'm sorry about the error that happened earlier. We found out what the problem was. We fixed it. We'll do it again. 20-second delay. Can't do anything less than that. Otherwise, we'll just lose our podcast and we'll get disconnected. So on Monday, we're going to start talking about some of the races that are going on. We got commissioner race going on in Mahoning, Columbiana, Trumbull, Portage, Stark. We'll talk about some of the races. We got state representative races. We have obviously congressional race. We have obviously a bunch of districts. Mark Richardson is running over in Columbus. Great guy. We have quite a few people we would like to see get in office, who are going to replace some individuals who need to get replaced because we don't have term limits, but they need to take over. We're going to definitely have more information on the fundraiser we're going to work on. We are aiming for September. The reason why we're choosing September is because we're not sure what's going to happen if DeWine's going to close the state again. I mean, it would be a huge mess if we say July, we get everything planned, and then it's a wash because the state shut down still, or opened and then shut down again. I hate their waste everyone's hard work and effort into creating this type of event to help out the veterans. And I definitely thank everyone who's already helped out so far. We're going to work towards September. We want to keep it in the Tri-County, Trumbull, Mahoning, in this little area here primarily, but we will like to hold events elsewhere as well. So if you guys have any idea of an event that you would like to see happen, or an organization that you would like to see promoted, or have a fundraiser done for, let us know. We'll work it in, because that's what I'm here for, is to help out and do whatever I can to improve our community. Because since day one, I've said you don't need to be elected to help out. So with that being said, I thank every single one of you. We all see the quote of the week. This will be the last you see this one, but I will make sure we remember what happened today in American history. All right, we'll repeat this. But on May 15th in 1942, the bill was establishing a women's corps in the United States Army. Actually became law, and women were granted official military status. Outstanding step in the right direction. I've served with several females. Definitely outstanding, dedicated. They love our country. They've served. They saved lives. They're fighting. Awesome. So with that being said, thank you everyone for joining me. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. I'll take phone calls, do whatever it is you